So, how after the case is closed, what is life like for you? Like, how do you? I mean, you had to be worried about your life.
Yeah, well, what happened is once they found out the commission put a $500,000 contract on me, and the New York office of the FBI went to every boss and told them they better not think of trying to cash in on that, you know. So I was working out of Washington and out of Quantico, and families moved. I think we got like 5 or 6 moves since then. You try to back everything.
Right.
The Bureau was good about that. But what's in the back of your mind is not the legitimate gangster. It's some cowboy that thinks, hey, God,
Yeah.
there's
Get
Donnie,
on their good side.
there's Donnie Brasco. If I take him out, we're in.
Right.
Which, and I don't think anybody was going to pay anybody $500,000.
Probably
think
not.
you think the mob is? They don't use their own money for squat. So,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing that you worry about is some cowboy.
How long was it before you stopped worrying about that?
Well, you never really do. I mean,
Even to this day?
Yeah. Because there's always somebody that thinks they're going to be famous about doing something.
Right.
I mean, you know that.
Right. Right.
So, but it was more prevalent back in the day. As is, most of my guys now are. I don't know any of them that are alive actually.
Did you keep in touch with any of those guys?
No. My whole thing in undercover, Joe, was I never arrested anybody that I worked against. My whole thing was I did the undercover. You make the arrest, I'll see him in court. I'll see him in court. Yeah. It was funny. You always sit down with after the case is over, you sit down with the profilers and everything, and they say, well, we think this guy will turn this guy. Not one of my guys, when I say my guys, ever became an informant.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
One of the prosecutors in Milwaukee, he said, I think we should go talk to Ruggiero. I said, are you fucking crazy? I said, you walk in there and mention my name, he'll go crazy. And he said, exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Yeah. He did 15. He did 15, never cracked. The only reason they let him out was he had, they found out he had, I don't know if it was gum cancer or whatever, and then he had one lung taken out, and then he had cancer in the other lung, so he had like 3 or 4 months to live. So he was such a pain in the ass for the Department of Corrections that they let him out. He died at home. Yeah.
Wow.
But he didn't crack. Of course, Sonny had a shot. He said no, none of them.
They tried to turn all of them, huh?
Yeah. They all went to the can. They all did like 15, 20 years. Yeah.
Wild.
Wild is right. I mean, now, as soon as they put the last click on the handcuffs, they all want to talk. Right?
Now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
I mean, they all they all got hits under their belt, but as soon as they put those cuffs on them, you know, some of the guys, they do their time, but eventually they turn. None of those guys became snitches.
What do you think happened to the culture of the mob where these guys started snitching?
They didn't want to do the time. I mean, some of them did time. Some of them did 7, 8 years, you know. But then I think when they kept getting beat over the head, you know, they figured what good is it? And you know what? The culture of the mob has changed too. I found near the end, these guys didn't, to the old timers, this was like their life, you know. They were really committed to it. It was the younger guys. It's a me generation, just like normal citizens. They want it now.
Right.
They don't want to. I mean, I don't know. Like the old timers, they could cultivate politicians. They could cultivate law enforcement. These guys today, you know, they can't cultivate politicians and judges like the old timers did.